Hello, splendid people. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to look at another MIT a-hole story. So just make yourself comfortable and let's just get started. Am I the a-hole for getting up from my chair in the middle of Christmas dinner and shouting, "Shut the F up about my body," in response to my husband's observation? So, ever since I had my son months ago, my husband had started making indirect comments about my body. He never says any hurtful words, but I find his observations, quote unquote, as he calls it, hurtful. For example, he'd see me wearing an old top and say, "Oh, that top used to look good on you, but not anymore though." Or when he looks at my waist and says, "Wow, didn't know your waist could get this wide." Basically passive stuff that I try to ignore till it extended to friends and family. It's not passive stuff. It's quite active actually. For your information, this went on for months and months and months. We went to Christmas celebration at his family's home. My sister-in-law complimented my floral maxi dress and my husband said, "I agree it looks nice on you, though I have to admit that your waist could get smaller than this." Awkward silence took over. I was absolutely fuming, and this was my last straw. So I got up from my chair in the middle of dinner and shouted at the top of my lungs, "Shut the F up about my body!" He was absolutely speechless as his family stared while some others tried to get me to calm down. But the situation got more tense and dinner ended up being cut short and my husband storming off to his friend's place to spend the night upon leaving a very nasty text saying I embarrassed him and made a scene over an observation, quote unquote, he made. He called me childish and told me to get therapy for my insecurities instead of verbally abusing him and scaring his family. Now I feel like an absolute idiot asshole and like I ruined Christmas for him and everybody with my oversensitivity. Am I the a-hole? No. I think your husband's the a-hole. I don't know if he knows, but generally, women who have had a baby, it can take months and months to get the old figure back, if at all. I mean, most, not especially most, but there are women who have had a child and just leave their body as is. Others work out to get back in the shape they were before. And, well, as long as you're not super morbidly obese and unhealthy, it's up to you in a way. I mean, I can understand that your husband would like to have the old you back in a way, but he doesn't have to be this indirectly or kind of directly rude about it by saying stuff that clearly shows you that he means you're fat, or at least fat in his eyes, and he wants you to lose weight. And he says that he was embarrassed by her because she shouted out something that was verbally abusing him. Well, honey, no. The one who's been verbally abusing the spouse is you, as in the man abusing his wife. She's endured your comments for months and months. She never said anything about it, but she just couldn't take it anymore. Sadly, at Christmas dinner, where she exploded and just yelled at you to just stop making comments about your body. And she wasn't verbally abusing you. I mean, that's just twisting the whole situation into your, "Oh, poor me, look at how bad my wife is treating me" kind of situation. Especially when you take off to your friend and I don't know if he stayed there. Yeah, he spent the night there. That's overreacting, and I feel that's also kind of abusive in a way, as it's really passive aggressive by showing that you can't even defend yourself or say something back. And I really hope that you two got to talk about it, and not just you going into therapy for your insecurities, which, by the way, are caused by your husband. If anything, you should go into therapy together and not just you. Do you even need therapy? I mean, are you insecure without your husband, or are you fine the way you are? If you're fine the way you are, then you don't have to go into therapy. The one who has to go into therapy should be your husband, because he clearly cannot accept the way you look after having had a child. That's not something small, and he shouldn't underestimate anything that has to do with having had a baby. But he clearly does. So while it may have been awkward to, you know, explode at a family Christmas dinner, you surely are not the a hole in this story. And that's how I feel about this one. And I'm wondering how you guys feel about this. If you want, please leave a comment below in my comment section. And thank you for watching my videos, by the way. I always forget to say that, but I truly do want to thank you. And I hope to see you again in my next one. Until then, have a very happy, healthy, warm, loving, absolutely awesome new year. And I'll see you then. Bye bye.